Go! The Temple Challenge Cup, Imperial College London on the Berkshire station against Newcastle University on the Buck station. The eights, away they go. Student men's eights. And just watching Newcastle University. There you've got Imperial. Trying to keep focused and trying to get away from the dangers, the perils of Temple Island. They're close together, the boats, but now Newcastle University trying to edge ahead. It is only edging ahead, nothing dominant or dramatic.
No, nothing too dominant so far. Both crews are keeping their rate quite high as they come through this early part up towards the start, and you start to transition down from your high 40s, mid to high 40s into that high 30s range. Eights rowing has definitely raised the rates over the last 5, 6, 7 years. Profiles of men's eight rowing is definitely rating a lot higher, but Newcastle University are really using the rate. They're using good technique to try and eke out a lead as we come towards the barrier.
Imperial College Newcastle, coached by Peter Hardcastle, up against Newcastle. Not easy to say if you've had a few drinks. And down the way, here are Imperial, trying to stay in the race.
And that's what it's all about during this race. If you've got to trust in your own rhythm, you've got to trust into your race profile. Just because a crew has taken half a length, 3/4 of a length, not to panic, not to all of a sudden go away from that plan. When we spoke on the start line about being ordinary is running through your normal routine, running through your normal race plan, and listening out to the cocks who have various calls that they will make as they go down the course. They would have practiced, you would have gone through mental practice, imagery, so you would have spoken about the different scenarios. And you can see here the Imperial crew just starting to steer out into the middle, maybe buffeted a little bit by the wind from the side, creeping into Newcastle's water.
They are definitely looking at Imperial College, heading a little bit out towards Newcastle territory. Newcastle there, you can see, all very clean, all very smooth. And at the moment, Eddie Peacock, you can see in the cock seat there, looking as if he's enjoying it.
So where coxes do play a really big part in men's eight rowing. So the people in the bows of the boat, so Danny Shaw, Kit Gordon-Brown, they'll still have some peripheral vision of the Newcastle boat, so they'll be able to see Eddie Peacock, the cox, and Will Johnson, the stroke man. But the stroke person of Imperial College Boat Club, Tom Shepherd, will not. So he has to be able to trust in what the words of the cox Kelvin Wong is saying. We are half a length, we are 3/4 of a length, and the cox has to stay really focused and drilled into the words and trust in his rhythm that he's supplying to the rest of the crew.
So Kelvin Wong in the cock seat for Imperial College London, Eddie Peacock for Newcastle University, big role to play. Just watching the steering of Imperial College again. They've really hung in here, haven't they? Definitely in contention. In fact, they're easing back into the race and eating up Newcastle's lead. How much they've got left, we'll have to wait and see, but they've got plenty of the race to come. It's going to be all about who's got the most here.
It is. Now it's coming into the focus, what I spoke about. Trusting in your rhythm, trusting in your race pace that you're starting to bring in. Can Imperial College start to inch back towards the Newcastle University boat? Bring their bows up into contention, into play, because as we saw with the race with the photo finish, it is all about that last stroke that you take on this course.
Imperial did stay in contention and they did get back up to an overlap, but now Newcastle, another push from them to try and move clear again. To the right of your picture, Newcastle heading towards the town centre and the finish line where the crowds are building. The wind has dropped, hasn't it? In the last few minutes, the wind's dropped right down.
The wind has dropped, and we saw such an iconic shot there of the course from behind. You know, now with these wonderful images that we see as we're streaming this footage, it's fantastic to see.
The wind's dropped at the finish. Looking at the flags there, the wind hasn't dropped so much.
We're
mid-course.
About to be buffeted by that wind, I'm sure, as it comes down the course. but Imperial are really going for this. This is the other beauty. There's no rapprochage of this event. You have to give it your all. There's no point giving up as you go down this course. You might be half a length down, 3/4 of a length down, but you have to believe that you can turn this round, and all can happen. There can be a wind gust, there can be a crab, there can be some steering. A rower might catch a blade, so it might not be a full boat stopper of a crab, as what we call in the rowing world, with an oar, it gets lost under the water. So for the Imperial College London crew, they just have to keep pushing to the line, they have to keep believing.
Yeah, keep Newcastle honest. Go through or go home. Ruthless in Henley rowing. And here we go then with the big push. You can hear the crowd trying to urge on Imperial against Newcastle. Newcastle University to the right of your picture there on the Buck Station. You've got Imperial College eating up the lead. It's a tighter finish than you might have expected a few minutes ago. Imperial College keep Newcastle honest all the way to the finish line, but Newcastle now in front of stewards. Still they come again, Imperial College London. They're not giving up. Only a few more strokes remaining. Newcastle University may claim later that they had this race in firm control, but that was a tight battle. Over the line they go, only half a length in it against Imperial College in the Temple Challenge Cup. Newcastle University move on to the second round. Good race.
Yeah, a really good race, and that shows the two differences of the races that we've just seen. In this Temple Challenge against Imperial College London in Newcastle, Imperial pushed Newcastle all the way to the line, whereas the previous race, Durham had taken